And welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII commentary. And it's time to go after the weapons. But first, let's hand in that guidebook that we got a long time ago to this guy. This is in Calm, if you want to know. You know that one town we went to right after we left Midgar, where we had to learn about Cloud's backstory, but the fake backstory that he thought he was.
So it's like a long time ago.
Yeah, right after we left Midgar the first time.
Yep. Long time ago.
Hit a world that's still the same world.
Yep.
But yeah, this guy actually get 3 different items because he wants the guidebook, the Desert Rose, and the Earth Harp. 2 of those we could be getting from the super bosses. But we get the guidebook, which gives us the underwater materia, which is going to be almost necessary for the Emerald weapon fight. Because it lets you get rid of the time limit that's in that fight normally.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'll be able to beat him in time if I'm using Knights of the Round, because the timer still goes down.
Where the hell did you put it?
There. It's impossible to get more than 1. Even though, why would you? And you can't sell it. Well, you can sell it probably, but it's not worth anything, I think. But it's weapon time.
Yay.
So, first up, Emerald. What am I doing? Okay, thank you. But the easiest way to get to Emerald is that you need your submarine, obviously, because he's under the water. Under the sea.
Under the sea.
And I'm pretty sure I make sure to save first. Thank you.
There we go.
Yes, turn up the sound actually. Yeah, it's pretty much me just making sure I got everything set up properly. One last check. Pretty much for the setup, you're gonna want everyone to have the mine materia, and one person have Knights of the Round with W summon and HP absorb, like with the HP absorb equipped to Knights of the Round. But let's go fight this asshole.
Yay.
Change the music because there's only the battle theme. Yeah. So I put in some other game battle music that I thought would be interesting and fit more of the epic feel of these boss fights.
Epic. What it was supposed to be. Nice.
Yeah, because they only use the generic battle theme.
No, I just mean like the battle itself.
Well, yeah. Because I don't get why they only use the normal battle theme for the super bosses, which is kind of stupid. You won't know this song, but you will probably remember the next song, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Because you've played the game, it's fun, so I'll tell you that.
Alright.
I played the game, this one's fun, obviously, but it's on the same series as the other game, but I won't spoil that until we get... But, yeah, pretty much for this strategy, you want to just use Knights of the Round with HP Absorb, and have everyone have the Mine Materia. So, end up, make the one person have the W Summon. So, pretty much, I have it so Tifa uses W Summon Knights of the Round twice, and then after that, everyone mimes her. So, everyone's gonna be W Summoning Knights of the Round.
Damn.
Yeah. What else? I also removed all counter attack related things so that it doesn't mess up the miming. So, this fight is pretty much Emerald Weapon has no chance. Because even though Emerald Weapon can hit me for a good chunk of damage, I'm going to be healing that damage right after you do it. But yeah, I showed Knights of the Round once per the super bosses, just so I have time to explain how the fight works. Because I was worried the fight would be too short, batting out every single Knights of the Round. Surprisingly, I got through this battle strategy a lot quicker than I thought it would. Other things, yeah, as I said, I think last part, I'll say it again. For this one in particular, you want to use as little materia as possible, because one of his attacks, I think it's called like Air Tam Barrage or something. It's pretty much materia spelled backwards. And pretty much that does a certain amount of damage depending on how much materia you have. Like for each one materia, it does 1,111 damage. So it adds up if you have a lot of materia.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it depends on like the individual. Like if Tifa has 4 materia, but Cloud has 3 materia, would they add up them together to do everyone, or is it dependent on the individual? That's why I'm guessing it's the individual because that makes more sense. But I don't know for sure because I don't let them get the chance.
Yeah.
Because as you see, it's Knights of the Round over and over and over again.
Yep.
Now the thing is, Tifa does the most damage with Knights of the Round because her magic stat's a lot higher than everyone else's. Then it's Cloud who does like the second amount of most, and then Yuffie does the least. Like, I think Tifa does like around 8,000 damage. Cloud does about 7,000, like beginning of like the 7,000s, maybe the high 6,000s. Yuffie's around like the high mid 5,000s. How long is this? This fight goes on for not too long. Yeah, Emerald Shoot. Let's see how much damage he does. 2,000, not bad, I guess. But Tifa's about to heal that damage he just dealt. Yeah, Ruby Weapon's more of a pest because of the certain battle mechanics that work in that fight. So he's the tougher of the two, in my opinion. I mean, I think Ruby Weapon does less damage, but he has more annoying mechanics in his fight.
Oh.
Which I'll get to when we get to Ruby Weapon, which is next. Yeah, this is the entire fight, people. Knights it around over and over again. It works. Oh god, it works.
I was gonna do that general like, so how about that such and such, but by the time this comes out, that such and such is gonna be extremely dated.
Huh? Wait.
Well, this goes up late.
March.
I'm just gonna guess late March, early April, and it's the end of September. So
It's still November.
so any new news that we talk about right now will be dated by that time.
Like when they get to the whole Cloud, where Nazi Cloud got his smash, and then that's the whole.
Yeah, that would have happened. That would have been announced for a while then.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he just used a very strong attack like on everyone, but we're gonna heal that very quickly.
Yeah.
Because Knights of the Round HP absorb pretty much means full heal every time.
Yeah.
And now when he gets low amount of health, he gets those eye things on his arms, which are like they each have their own attacks. But they don't live long enough to attack.
Knights of the Round, bitch.
Because Knights of the Round hits everyone. Every enemy. Which I edited out, and they pretty much die. Actually, I think like one more Knights of the Round, I think he's defeated. So I'm pretty sure it's like near the end, because I remember this being like towards the end of the fight. Oh no, his eyes don't even get to disappear.
Nope. Just dead.
He just dies. Actually, if anything, I might have actually edited out the eyes. But I don't know. But yeah, you get an achievement in this version, and a lot of experience.
I'll say.
And the Earth Harp, which we'll exchange at the end of the part. But now we need to go after the asshole Ruby. Ruby.
So,
Yeah, because they gotta go back to the airship. And the first thing you should always do after being a weapon, save! For the love of God, save!
Yep.
Tent. Nope. Oh wait, no, I know why I'm not using a tent. It'll make sense once you get to the next fight. Because in the next fight, we actually don't want Tifa and Yuffie in the fight. We want them dead at the start. Because Ruby Weapon, at the start of a fight, if you have more than one person alive, will send out randomly 2 party members out of the battle. So you pretty much get a fight with one person.
Okay.
So I might as well choose who I want to fight with. So this fight in particular, this one right here, is what the entire purpose of this fight is to kill off Yuffie and Tifa.
Alright.
Cloud. No, you can't mime that. Because I have him with counter and mime, so when he gets hit, he counters by using mime. So if Cloud gets hit by something and I mime Knights of the Round, he's gonna use Knights of the Round as a counter attack. But now I gotta kill Yuffie.
I feel like Cloud just hit Tifa and then countered an enemy for hitting Tifa.
Now we can get out of the battle. Let's actually stay to fight the fight. Fight the fight. We'll fight the good fight. Fight the good fight.
Because I mean, like Cloud hit Tifa and killed her, and then went off and killed another enemy. It's like he countered something that didn't happen.
Whenever you fight the good fight, the first thing that comes to mind is Spyro the Dragon, Spyro You're the Dragon, because all the hummingbirds said, "Fight the good fight."
Yeah, okay.
And Sergeant Bird also, I think, says it once.
Yep. I played that in so long.
You're the Dragon's a spooky. I don't know if I like Ripto's Rage or You're the Dragon more. Yeah, this is me just getting ready for Ruby. Pretty much taking off everyone else's materia and making the perfect character. Because I can have as much materia as I want on Cloud now, because it's not Emerald Weapon. I'm trying to check, what do I really want? And I'm just healing up. Let me just get my last stuff, saving up to make sure. And now here we go. And again, like last time, this is the battle theme, so new music to go! After he comes out of the stand. Do you remember? Indignation!
Oh, yeah. I had a feeling that's what it was. Man, that was a while ago.
So I'm like, I don't put Widow remind him. Indignation! Genius!
That was a while ago when we did that.
Yeah, this is the song Beat the Angel. Yeah, I know the name is hilarious in context, but which is used against mainly the fights against any main role character from Crucius, like Yggdrasil when you first face him. I think against Kratos once. Maybe Ewan? I don't know about Ewan. But yeah, I chose this song because well, I had Tales of music on the mind when I was choosing the songs. I'm like, well, the previous one I chose a song from Tales of the Abyss. So like, might as well have one from Symphonia.
Why not?
So I chose Beat the Angel because I thought it was the perfect one. Although I was kind of thinking, you know, Beat the Angel would actually in context fit Sephiroth A-okay, but I prefer to use One Winged Angel when that comes on. But we'll be getting to Sephiroth next part.
Yay.
We're almost done.
We are.
See, I told you it wouldn't be that bad. We're almost done. But Knights of the Round, again, Ruby weapon strategy, as I said, make sure you only have one person, the other two dead. You also want to have not just Knights of the Round, but the Hades summon materia. Why? Because Ruby weapon can be afflicted with stop. So, which is very useful, because Ruby weapon is a pest, because he does a good chunk of damage, and he is really annoying if you have only one person, which you can only have one person.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is Knights of the Round and Hades, because the Ruby weapon also could drain your MP, which is bad when your whole strategy is about Knights of the Round.
Yep.
Knights of the Round and Hades, which I actually show off all of Hades for the first time because we haven't used that yet. Also, Ruby weapon has a chance to counter any attack with Ultima, which does a fuck ton of a lot of damage.
Ow.
But Black Cauldron, which is Hades' attack.
Yep.
No, it's not the Disney Hades. And no, it's not the God of War God Hades either.
Well, we got.
Feel the heat. Feel the heat. Feel the heat. Now imagine Hades doing his like weird dance thing he does.
Yeah.
No, I could use Omnislash, but not worth it. And yeah, now from this point on, it's pretty much me just miming over and over again. So what if we do? We call Tales of Symphonia for this channel.
Oh, fuck no.
That'd be a two-player RPG. What we could do?
Yeah.
You're not excited for that.
No.
You like Symphonia?
Yeah. It's cool.
So is most RPGs.
Yeah, but that's really long.
I think that's long. Xenoblade Chronicles.
No.
Final Xenoblade Chronicles X. Where'd that come from? which at this point is about 4 days from now.
Yay.
Although I'll probably get it for Christmas from my parents. I did ask for that specifically. He called me to Xenoblade Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, welcome to part 104!
God.
We're on the Pomonia continent. We're still looking for stuff. But yeah, this is the whole strategy, really. Knights of the Round and Hades over and over again. Like, these boss fights, if you use Knights of the Round strategy, it's pretty easy. That's why I kind of ban it for myself for the final fights. Like, I use it against the final Genova fight, just because if you use Knights of the Round on the final, like the Genova fight, it makes the Sephiroth fight harder.
Oh.
So I wanted the final fight to be as hard as possible. Because I am kind of overleveled, so...
Yeah.
So I also banned Knights of the Round on those 2 fights after it. But everything else is fair game. But yeah, those tentacle things never get a chance to do anything because I keep stopping Ruby Weapon. Because they only attack if Ruby Weapon technically controls, like, counts on his turn. He has to choose if they do it at his turn. So if I keep stopping Ruby Weapon, those things will never attack. I don't think you can kill them. I mean, I think if you kill them, they can come back, if anything. So it's not worth doing. And the fight is over.
Yay.
That's the end of the super bosses. And Noah beat the angel.
And Steven, you are still passed out.
Yeah, and everything levels up.
Just wake up like, what did I miss?
Yeah, but now pretty much the last thing I do in this part is pretty much get the rewards. Rewards for doing this. But first I go get my put the chocobo back in the ranch and release one of the chocobo because one of the rewards for beating it, I think it's the one for the Desert Rose, is a golden chocobo.
Oh.
So you could technically, if you could somehow beat Ruby Weapon without Knights of the Round, good luck on that. You could get a golden chocobo that way and get Knights of the Round for Emerald.
Yeah.
But good luck beating Ruby Weapon without Knights of the Round. Because Ruby Weapon has a really fucking high physical defense. I mean, physical defense. So good luck. Goodbye, Rosa.
Goodbye.
Now to get a new chocobo. Now, you remember what I named my golden chocobo that I actually bred for, right? Minato.
Right.
I named it after the Persona 3 main character.
Right.
Because I started with like the black chocobo, I started naming them after Persona characters.
Yeah.
First it was the Yu and Chie.
Yeah.
So I named the main character of Persona, the gold chocobo, Minato from Persona 3. Although I still prefer having you choose to be the name. I don't like to have the name being like canonical names, that kind of stuff. But first, we have to get the Earth Heart first, and we get 3 of the Master Materia, which pretty much gives, if you have that equipped, you have all of that type of materia. Like, have the Master Magic Materia, that person who has that Master Magic equipped has every single magic spell in the game. Same works with the summons. You get all the summons, all the commands for the Master Command Materia. There's another way to get them if you max, I think it's max level up every materia of a kind to max, and then go to those huge materia and go to the specific one, and you get all the master materia of that kind. It's not worth doing it though, it takes forever.
So your chocobo just walks up the stairs.
Because he stabs his finger and the chocobo comes up. And we got a new chocobo. I don't know what gender it is, I never go check, I don't feel like it, but I name it after, I believe Yukari from Persona 3. Because I don't even want to bother checking the gender. No, it's probably gonna be a male either way. I don't know what gender it is. Because usually you can't name a chocobo before seeing the gender. This is weird.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll name it Yukari then, just so it fits the Persona 3 theme.
They're both guys. Well, this is awkward.
Well, this is awkward. Then I was like, well, can we name it Junpei then? If they're the same gender. Or Akihiko, if there's, I don't think there's room for Akihiko, if anything. And now this is me pretty much healing up, getting ready for the final fights. So I do actually change a few things later, which I don't know if I do it on screen, but I do change my setup a little bit. Not much that really makes much of a difference, but yeah. It's time for I sped this up, because I don't think I like the wait me just like planning everything. It's kind of funny though, it's so fast it goes. Whee! I also equipped the master summon the, I think the Tifa. But yeah, we're almost done, Zach. The next part's the finale.
Yay.
Almost done. When did we start this playthrough? Like the beginning, like completely. That would have been last month, I think. Or was it this month? Did we do it all in 1 month?
I think it did.
Can't think we. Who knows?
Turn the laptop, check date in the audio file.
Do you have the first? You don't have the first part.
No, but I have the second part, and it's pretty much close enough.
Because I have the first part.
Yeah.
But do you have your USB? Because we're gonna need to put those on the other.
I might.
But yeah, pretty much this part's almost over. So next time, we're going to be going for the final boss fights, people.
We're gonna be going places.
We're going back to the Northern Crater. Let's finish things. So, remember Sephiroth, the guy we're trying to go after, who summoned Meteor? Remember that? Yeah, no, it's a weird concept. They're the main villain. They're the villain.
Yeah.
But next time it's the finale, people. It's time to end all this. We gotta go stop Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Next time on Final Fantasy VII Z.